Hello?
Hello, am I audible?
Uh, yeah, audible, audible.
Okay,
Yeah, I will call and ask Shobha ma'am. Just a
okay,
minute. Okay,
okay, yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
please hold. Yeah, yeah.
Good evening, all. We shall begin within 5 minutes. Let our speakers join. Thank you.
Hello, Anchita. Hello.
Yes, Rahul.
Anchita, Sobha ma'am has joined now. Uh, Kumaravel sir is waiting, I think so. Yeah, Kumaravel sir also joined. You can start, Anchita.
Okay, thank you. So, respected dignitaries, chief guests, faculty members, and dear students of NITC, a very warm good evening to one and all present here. As IEEE members, it's indeed a special day for all of us. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate the auspicious IEEE Day. Every year, IEEE Day is celebrated in the first Tuesday of October, in remembrance of the day on which major societies were combined to form a single professional body, IEEE. In line with the objectives of IEEE, that is, advancing technology for humanity, the IEEE Day is commemorated in consonance with the theme, leveraging technology for a better tomorrow. As the world benefits from what is new and contemporary, IEEE always focus on what is next, and thus in congruence with this vision, IEEE renders many benefits and services to its members who are the real stakeholders. Thus, as service availers, we are happily bound to celebrate this day to our ample liberty. Thence, on behalf of IEEE PES SBC NITC, I wish you all a very happy IEEE Day. Today, IEEE PES SBC NITC is privileged to have here two eminent personalities to celebrate this special day with us. Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chair, IEEE PES Kerala, and Ms. Sherin Cherian, MDC IEEE PES Young Professional Kerala. We express our sincere gratitude to them for accepting our invitation and for being the guest speakers for the day. So, seeking the blessing from the Almighty, we shall begin. First of all, let me invite Dr. Kumaravel S., Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, NITC, and the Chair Councillor of IEEE PES SBC NITC for officially welcoming all present here. With due respect, I invite you, sir, for the welcome address. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Very good evening to all of you. So really it is immense pleasure to join with all of you for celebrating this IEEE PES NITC IEEE Day on behalf of in association with IEEE PES NITC chapter and Industrial Power Group NITC. So IEEE PES is one of the vibrant chapter among IEEE, providing opportunity to the beginners, especially to know cutting edge technology. So in this occasion, we are really very happy to share that IEEE NITC has huge number of members from IEEE PES. So we are regularly organizing various events as a part of our IEEE PES, majorly concentrating on our MTech and PhD scholars. And there are some programs we are organizing in association with other forums, including IEEE PES Kerala section. So as a professional member of IEEE PES, we have really a very good potential, especially in the field of power system, to know various aspects of latest trend through IEEE PES magazine. So in addition to that, there are a lot of opportunities provided to the students to enrich their leadership quality. So many times I myself observed that our IEEE PES members, including office bearers, they are highlighting their CV, and it is highly potential to highlight their potential in front of the companies and other sectors. So with this, I am coming to my duty. It is my immense pleasure to invite the guest of honor, Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, Nehru College of Engineering and Research, present Vice Chair of IEEE PES Kerala section. On behalf of all the participants and my own behalf, I extend my warm welcome to you, Madam.
Thank you, Dr. Kumaravel.
I also extend my sincere welcome to Ms. Sherin Cherian, Project Coordinator, MTC, IEEE PES YP Kerala section. I also extend my welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I also extend my welcome to the newly joined IEEE student members of NIT Calicut, also the office bearers of IEEE PES chapter and other members. Welcome you one and all. With this, I am handing over the session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, let me introduce and cordially invite Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chairman IEEE PES Kerala, who is the guest of honor for today's celebration. Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Head, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Nehru College of Engineering and Research Center, is presently the Vice Chair of IEEE PES Kerala chapter. Dr. Sobha graduated from College of Engineering Trivandrum in 1986, completed her post-graduation from Government Engineering College Thrissur in Power Systems, and successfully capped her doctoral degree from NIT Calicut. She has 4 years of industrial experience and more than 20 years of academic experience, and has taken up various academic and administrative posts in several engineering colleges in Kerala. She has to her credit numerous international journal publications and is also serving as editor to international journals. She has presented papers in conferences in India and abroad and is also an active member of IEEE. Madam has taken up initiative in commencement of IEEE student branches or reviving the dormant branches in various colleges within Kerala, and also has been instrumental in conducting many funded projects under IEEE. Madam, on this IEEE Day, we are so happy to hear from you and get more illuminated about IEEE. I wholeheartedly invite you, ma'am, to deliver your thoughts on the day. Over to you, ma'am.
So thank you for this warm introduction, and I hope I am audible for you.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, so we have nice to note that IEEE Day is being very vibrantly celebrated by NITC and respected Dr. Kumaravel, who is the Chair Councillor IEEE PES SBC. Then we have keynote speaker Ms. Sherin Cherian, Project Coordinator IEEE YP Kerala, and Mr. Rahul, Senior Research Fellow, NITC Secretary, IEEE SBC NITC, and all the eminent, vibrant youngsters, students of the IEEE NITC, and all the faculty or members who have joined. A very, very good evening to one and all. And it is extremely a happy day for all the IEEE volunteers, because every year we are celebrating IEEE Day on 5th of October, in just reminding us of the advantages and opportunities which is being offered by becoming an IEEE member. And leveraging technology for a better tomorrow is being highlighted on every IEEE Day, and all IEEE branches, especially student branches across Kerala, not only Kerala, throughout the world, will be highlighting this day with whatever they can do. And it is a tremendous opportunity for student branches to have such a day. As already stated by the introductory session, IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Even though it is often called as electrical and electronic engineers, it is a rich assembly of computer science, mechanical, aero, civil engineering, and in fact all possible disciplines of engineering. This was founded in 1884 and it was named as IEEE at that time, but later on, with merging with IRE, it became IEEE in the year 1963 with the motto of advancing technology for humanity. And IEEE and its members always inspire a global community through highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional and educational activities. These are often the highlights of IEEE, and it is basically a diverse organization encompassing nearly 4 lakh members and almost 40 technical societies. Now, as we all know, we are always caught up with day-to-day activities, either by way of our work or by way of our studies. But it is important to have a network. That is very, very important, especially in a professional life. And it is required to expand the base of knowledge and bring about new thought process and insights into play. So joining an IEEE society is one way to broaden your horizons and gather new information to heighten your expertise about product safety design, trends, and technical developments. So there are a lot of first one is basically the career development. IEEE is providing a number of tools to help in growth and career development in the chosen career path. We can find exciting career prospects through the job site. It is popular among many since it is offering assistance to members with minimal income, retired, or those with minimum opportunities, those who are deprived of many benefits. Career development is being always supported by IEEE branches. Then another important thing is building leadership skills. IEEE is providing a wide range of opportunities which will allow the volunteers services in various ways, small and large, building networking opportunities and leadership skills. Basically, IEEE depends largely on amenities provided by volunteers to serve them all. So we could always find a great leadership quality which is being developed by the student community as soon as they become an active IEEE volunteer. Now, another advantage is access to scholarships and internship programs. A number of design competitions, scholarships, internships, student research contests are readily available to all the IEEE members, and it is all flexible, and we can help to modify the membership in various ways that would suit each and every student needs. Then of course, there are other various attractive elements like travel grant. This can have different packages which everybody can enjoy at one part of their life. It could even be a career travel or personal travel. Opportunities are there. Then there is discount home services which is being provided by becoming an IEEE member. They are often receiving discounts on commercial services. Then life insurance benefit. This is also another attractive opening or opportunity provided by IEEE, and we have a lot of senior members who have taken life insurance benefits from IEEE. It is found to be attractive when compared to a lot other life insurance schemes. Now, a little bit about IEEE activities in Kerala. This was formally initiated on 17th February 1975 as a subsection, and then in subsection under the India section. And Kerala subsection became a part of Bangalore section in 1976 upon formation of India Council, and later it became a full-fledged section in 1983. So right from the beginning, IEEE Kerala section has been already noted for the vibrant activities, and several innovations from IEEE Kerala section in organizing activities for students as well as professionals have been appreciated and replicated by the global IEEE community. So some of them are winner of MGA Large Section Award in 2015, Region 10 Outstanding Large Section Award in 2004, 2009, 2015. Then IEEE Kerala section has been organizing high quality, high impact technical events, including several conferences, international level, even in the recent past. And there is another attractive thing is the Humanitarian Technology Initiative, which later formed as SITE, the first ever IEEE job fair for the undergraduate students, and the formation of LINK, that is the Local Integrated Network of Kerala, a framework connecting all the student branches in the section, which has been replicated globally, and coining of something called the joy of volunteering. These had been a few humble initiatives that trace back its roots to the Kerala section. So Kerala section had always, it's always having a good name globally. Now, there are several communities or societies within Kerala chapter. One is the Power and Energy Society, Computer Society Kerala chapter, Special Interest Group on Humanitarian Technology, Industry Applications, Industrial Electronics, and several others. So this is a briefing of the IEEE Kerala session. And Once you are forming a student branch, through the student branch, lot of advantages are being derived by the student. As we know, it is basically a community of peers and connection to faculty and industry professionals who drive innovation in countless technical fields. Student involvement in branch activities, it could be special projects, social, technical meetings, outreach programs, conferences, local section, regional opportunities, etc. definitely can help students a record of accomplishment and capabilities beyond the norms. Another advantage is an executive committee is there with regard to every student branch, and the key to running a successful student branch is the administration of this executive committee. There are several key positions. Some of you will be branch officers, chair will be there, vice chair will be there, treasurer, secretary. All these are the mandatory elements of a student branch, and there will be subcommittee chairs. Each will be having some responsibility and duty, and this will give you a learning how to work together as a team. And all officers should be aware of the benefits of IEEE membership. Now, talking about myself, I actually started my IEEE journey a little late, I would say. That is only after becoming a faculty in a college. But always I used to regret for not having joined IEEE during my student days. In fact, there was a professor, Gomadi Madam, who was a very active IEEE member in 1980s, and she was one of the greatest IEEE chair of Kerala section. And remarkably, she is one of the list of first few lady engineers graduating from the state. And still, today also there was a important meeting in connection with IEEE, and where she was felicitated by the IEEE Kerala session, and still at the age of nearly 70, cross 70, she is still active and vibrant. She very often spoke to us about these professional bodies, but you should know that during those times there was no internet. We could not browse and find out. We could not have a feel or insight into the advantages of being an IEEE, and so it was very, very difficult to convince. And the number of students who were joining this professional forums was very, very low at that time. Now, one thing we always know is technology. It is always a blessing for the mankind. The advantage of technology, or we are looking upon technology as a way to improve our living, making our life easy and comfortable. We go behind the latest technical innovations to make ourselves more and more comfortable every day. But nowadays, we know that the penetration of technology into common life has been so intense. Thus, in fact, we could also see that the elderly population is finding it difficult to adapt to it. And then what becomes? Technology becomes scary. You should know that people who have crossed 60s or 70s, unless they are abreast with technological developments, they find it difficult to use the modern gadgets. They find it difficult to do their day-to-day activities, because one way or the other, there is a technology living for the common living also. So what can help you? What probably can keep you helping is being always abreast with the technological explosion. One thing we have to be sure about is universities cannot help, because we know that the pace with which the university syllabus is getting updated is no way comparable to the technological development. Within fraction of a second or one minute, one new innovation is happening. And that is the level of penetration of technological advancement into the society. And what happens after you leave the campus? You are getting into a job, or you go to some other academic institutions or some other area, and then you have a dealing with the university, and then totally you are focusing on your job, and you become totally unaware of whatever technological advancement is happening. And this is where a professional forum can help you. If you are an IEEE or member, every week or every month you have a program, and you are going to hear from the students, from the university, what is the advancement, and you are always abreast with the technology. So that means not only during your student period, throughout your career life, such professional activities are going to help you. And in that aspect, I would say IEEE is the most advanced because it is globally recognized. So, but later on, once I became active with IEEE, I have been instrumental in commencing, reviving, and rejuvenating student branches wherever I have gone through. And in the beginning, of course, I could see that we used to have only a handful of students, but within a short span of time, because of the contributions or the activities done by the student community, the student strength used to multiply in exponential manner. So, in fact, I would advise the students to do activities and attract them so that the number of students who are going to join this community is going to increase day by day, because students, number of students is actually the strength of any student branch, provided all the students are active students. And one thing which I always used to tell the students is, if you are not active, of course, you are not going to derive any benefit out of this IEEE forum. It is simply the money that you are going to spend is not going to have any advantage. But if you are an active member, sky is the limit. Myself being a teacher, I have several experience of several students who have drastically changed because of their involvement in IEEE activity. Once I do remember a student who was very shy. He found it difficult to have its regular presentation in the second or third semester, but for IEEE, after 4 years or after a couple of years, he became the IEEE chair of that particular student branch, and he was representing the country for a national conference. So that is the way his life has been influenced. And when it came to the job opening, there was no other questions for him except he was always talking about whatever contributions he has done to the college, as well as to the Kerala session, as well as on a global manner. He could back the job without any difficulty. So this is the level of impact you are going to have in your career life if you are becoming a true IEEE volunteer. And wherever you go, whichever technical platform you are going, if you are introducing yourself as an IEEE student or IEEE professional, you are definitely going to derive an amount of respect from all technical corners. There is no doubt for that. And I always used to feel, if there is an institution without an IEEE student branch, I find it as a severe deficiency, because it is a way in which dramatically this is influencing the outlook of the student community. They learn how to organize events in professional manner. They learn how to draft letters with perfection. They learn how to prepare reports in a technically competent manner, and how to present with confidence in front of any sitting panel, and how to associate with international students, and much, much more. And I would say that this magnitude of opportunity is not gained by any other professional organization. Now, another thing which all young engineers should bear in mind is that being a technically sound person cannot help you all the time, because once you happen to be higher up in your career, you may have the most difficult job of convincing the policy makers, who are often entirely from a different field, or at times they may not be having a high profile of graduations. So here, your communication skill alone can help you to push your project forward for implementation, for which all this communication skills definitely you are going to gather through this professional forum. And talking about NIT, National Institute of Technology, Calicut, it is having a collection of the best student community of the state as well as the country. And with most competent faculty group, it is having a large potential to leverage technology for a better tomorrow. I also gratefully remember the days I had with this esteemed institution as a PhD scholar, where I could associate with many eminent professors, especially in EEE department, including Dr. Sriram Kumar, my supervisor, Dr. Sally Madam, my co-supervisor, Dr. Ashok, my DC member, and many, many more. So I would like to thank this NIT chapter for calling me for this great opportunity. And my special thanks to Mr. Rahul for giving me this chance of talking to you. And I wish all of you a very happy IEEE day, and the entire IEEE team NIT a happy volunteering days ahead. So thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for all the illuminating words. We are very happy to hear from you. Now, I am very happy to introduce Ms. Sherin Cherian, MDC, IEEE PES Young Professional Kerala, to the audience. Madam has wholeheartedly consented to be the keynote speaker for the day. Ms. Sherin Cherian graduated from College of Engineering, Karunagapalli with a degree in Computer Science and Engineering in 2020. She has been an active IEEE member since 2016 and was a part of the SB Exicom from then. She was the publication chair of India's first student-led International Technical Paper Conference, International Power and Renewable Energy Conference 2020, IPRECON, and advisory board members for this year. Sherin received the IEEE IAS travel grant to attend IEEE WIE ILS Beijing in the year 2019. Currently, she is working as a project coordinator at Wayban Crafts Infopark Querati and serving as the MDC IEEE PES YP Kerala. With due respect, I wholeheartedly welcome Ms. Sherin Cherian for the keynote address. Madam, please.
Thank you so much for inviting me and that wonderful introduction. So I'll have a small presentation here, and I will be presenting my screen if that is okay.
Okay.
So thank you. And meanwhile, if you have any concerns or questions while I'm presenting, please interrupt me and give me a thumbs up or something so I can know that there is a question here. Okay, so I'll be presenting my screen here. Just a moment. So please let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, happy IEEE Day to and all present here. I'm very grateful to giving me this wonderful opportunity for speaking in this wonderful audience. So I'll be giving an introduction on IEEE Power and Energy Society as well as IEEE other societies, and also giving what are the benefits of being an IEEE Power and Energy Society member and its funding opportunities, its benefit as a student member, as well as a professional as well. So I'll be moving with my presentation. So what is IEEE? We already know that IEEE is one of the biggest and largest technical organizations in the world. So formerly it was known as Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and later it was then revamped not only for IEEE PS electrical members, but also for all the engineers associating with computer science, civil engineering, or any other parts of engineering who are devoted in building new technologies. So we have a very large membership in count coming to IEEE and PES. What is IEEE PES? So we know that power and energy represents the power sector of the world. So as the name suggests, it is a power energy society. It was already named as Power Energy Society when it was revamped or renamed afterwards to IEEE Power and Energy Society. So we have, that we as a student or as a technical professional member, we used to come up with IEEE standards a lot when it comes to a technology or when it comes to an IT profession or something. There are so many standards that we follow. Most of them which is derived from IEEE standards. We see that according to IEEE, these standards, these laws is implemented. So we have come across these standards, and we know that IEEE is the one who's to come up with these standards and publish it here. And 45% of all these standards are invented or been come across with the PES. This is just a brief history about the IEEE PES. And Sobha said that it has already been covered, and according to this, in 22nd of April 2008, the Power Energy Society is renamed as Power and Energy Society, which is we now following. So coming to the IEEE PES benefits or any other benefits, I'm focusing now on IEEE PES. So there are IEEE Power and Energy magazines, electrification magazines, online resource center. We have discounts at PES conferences and sponsored events where there are so many awards and scholarships for students, access to all the technical tutorials, free memberships, etc. Coming to each and every one. So I'll guess that we all have this access to the power and energy publications. As Sir said, that they have power and energy magazines, So it obviously be in the library or in the IEEE room that we have, or somewhere it is. Obviously the chair has the access to all these things. Or once, I guess we have a printed version of it as well in your college. So once you have looked into it, we can see that any latest technologies that happened in a previous month or in a couple of months ago will be noted in the Power and Energy magazines if it is related to the power sector. So a very single and a very, what we say, it is very uniform, it is not a formal language, or it is very understandable for us if we're going through this Power and Energy magazines. Yeah, as a student, I was in the, once I was in college, I used to remember that I went to my IEEE room, there would be so many magazines from different societies, and we will go through it each and every day for, I'll say that we have a meeting at noon, about 1 p.m. in the noon, and every HFP members gather in the room, and we have a small discussion on the latest technologies. It's just not just for a 1 hour or a couple of hours. It's just be like 15 minutes or just 10 minutes. Whenever we are in the IEEE room, we will be discussing on latest technologies. It's not basically that everyone has to find something, and anybody have a different discussion, things like that. We will say that, do you know that there was a recent technology like this last month and it was like this and that. This is where we transfer our knowledge, not only to ourselves but for the whole community. It's all just the mindset to pass the information to one another. So IEEE Power and Energy magazines and electrification magazines gives a very lot information kind of stuff there. You don't need to go for a Googling or any other platform if we have the printed versions with us. Uh, excuse me, is there any problem?
No, ma'am.
All right, all right. So I was presenting my screen, so I won't be able to see any of your screens. So if
Everything
there
is
is
fine, ma'am.
all right, okay, okay, thank you. We have online resource center, which is very useful for you and for MTech students or PhD scholars. We can find the conferences videos. IEEE have a different co-sponsored events and sponsored events in PS, and there will be eligible videos and the slides where the presenters have presented the screens, kind of the stuffs will be available in the resource center. So you can go just go to this website and you can see a load of seminars, web tutorials, and technical publications where you have free access to all this, and you can easily download it and read if it's good. And it might be helping for you to prepare your own technical paper, or you can present for your presentations at college level or at any of the competitive fields you may want to be competing in the futures. So visiting these all sites will be very grateful for you guys. And we have PS universities where we can see a lot of same contents like web-based tutorial seminars and webinars on a specific topic, kind of a thing. And Indian for IEEE PES India Scholarship Awards, they've been supporting financially for undergraduate students, first year UG engineering students, and there are these other criteria to be fulfilled, and they will be providing us a scholarship on basis of how we perform at the entrance examinations. So all these are available for every student of IEEE. So coming to PS Kerala chapter, we have different student awards, and these are the one of the biggest awards, and there are two more. I'll be giving you a brief of that. It's Outstanding Student Branch Chapter Award. These will be given to the student branch which is most active on a particular year, then giving more society-related topics, giving more activities which will be society level or student level or beneficial for any members of the society. And we'll be having reporting sessions. You will be sending it to the concerned members, and they will be evaluating together. And if you are eligible for that kind of an award, we will be surely securing these kind of events. And we have student volunteer award, outstanding woman in power student volunteer award. Also, we have outstanding YP volunteer award also, a student branch advisor about. So coming to the PS funding opportunities, these are the places we can grab the money in case of funding related activities. So first we have member-driven initiatives, and then we have humanitarian activity committee events, then travel grant for PS conference, full travel support for PS World Tour, student congress. Then we have the most promising and the most exciting award, that is the high performing student branch chapter program, HPSBCP. And coming to each and every, I'll be dealing with each and every funding opportunity step by step. And obviously coming to travel grants, they will be providing, I'm very frank towards everything. Being a student at 2016, when my seniors are giving me an orientation class about IEEE, I was like, no, nobody's going to give you a travel grant support. They will be sending you for a free tour to another country to attend a conference. They won't be doing like that. I was in a mindset of that. And most of the things that were IEEE discussed is that they're giving us a lot of money for doing is different activities. Probably like being an Indian and a Kerala, I was like, oh, people just gave money for doing activities in a student level. Oh my God, that is good. But I never believed it. So once in 2016, I was an active member of IEEE. To be frank, I have the membership, but I was not being a very shy person at that moment. And during that time, one of my colleagues or one of my seniors have given me an activity to be done. You have to do this by tomorrow. That would be very great. And he was like very humble to me. And I was like, okay, I'll try if we can do it. Then I've done the work to my level best. And I was like, and it was exciting more than watching a movie at 7 p.m. at the hostel room, or thing. That the most exciting thing for me at that moment was writing a report or discussing on a new plan to do an activity in our college. That was more exciting for me at that moment, and I realized that IEEE can give me great opportunities if you are moving forward with these type of ideas and events. So being a student, I do always needed to focus on new technologies, anything that is new, not only technology, but for any kind of new informations. IEEE was a platform where students who are very good at researching or technical will join together, give their ideas into uh, a platform, and we discuss on how to execute these events, and we will discuss on what are the funding opportunities for this. If you want to hold an event like this in our college, we will do research on what are the possibilities. If you don't have enough knowledge, we will be reaching out to members or professional members who have different knowledge about the activities. That is a place where we have the IEEE PES Kerala chapter. They will be having a very good professional members with a different level of knowledge about the IEEE fundings and IEEE related activities. If you don't have any, in case of in your case as well, if you don't have enough knowledge on how to execute this program, only do you have only the idea, but you don't know how to execute it, and who for a resource person, who will I be contacting? I don't know. I don't have a concerned expertise in my college to do this kind of an event. In that case, you can approach the IEEE Kerala chapter or the IEEE Young Professionals, where there is a collection of young professionals. There will be a professional as well. They have a great knowledge in every technical aspect. If they don't have the enough knowledge to help you with, or they will be contacting another person who have a great knowledge on that. So that is the place where the connection comes in charge. IEEE is a platform where we can connect globally across any people. So there won't be, and being an IEEE member, being a travel grant recipient, I was being in China, and I was like, fed up. Like, I didn't speak Mandarin, and no any other persons with me do know Mandarin, and I was like, I was very doomed. Kind of like I was very excited to go there, but once I reached there, I was like, oh, I don't understand any of the languages. So that kind of a language barrier can be removed in kind of IEEE programs. There will be persons who always be ready to help you in that case. And that platform gave me a lot of connection globally, which means there are students from different countries across Asia. So I have students from Sri Lanka, and we have students from Pakistan across the globe. There are representatives of IEEE, PES or IAS and so on, and they will be very grateful. There is a kind of an interaction space. They will be sitting together with us, discussing on how your region performs and how others performs, what are the activities in their region to promote these kind of activities. That's a place where we can get a lot of information and a lot of connections. To be very frank, I have I gained so many connections from that conference where I went, and we will have a great opportunity to mingle with those people, collecting their phone numbers, keeping that contact, and further we can have discussion to collaborate their student branch to ours. So recently, previous year, our student branch have a lot of connection with outside student branches, especially in American continent kind of places. So they always wanted to have different hackathon events, collaborating with our student branch to their student branch, and conducting it simultaneously or parallelly in their college and our college. So kind of an events will be like very grateful for those peoples with their knowledge and giving us our input to that people as well. So these are the places where we can get much more interactive connections with all the people. So coming to the funding opportunities, we have member-driven initiative programs. These is conducted by any member. That means, sorry, excuse me for a moment. These are programs where you are I'll say that you are a PS member, you have an idea, but you don't know how to do that. So there is a platform called Member-Driven Initiatives. It is an yearly program. The PS will call out for nominations or notifications where they open this kind of proposal, and all you have to do is there is a document for it. You have to fill that document and submit your idea very precisely. You have to estimate everything, like, this is my idea, then this will consume two or 3 days, and what you are planning in that 2 or 3 days, explain it very briefly. Then you have to analyze how much budget it will be costing for this kind of event. If I host this in my college or my nearby locality, or if it's for a humanitarian activity, what will be my expense? Or if it may be like a humanitarian activity, or like building a house to a person who doesn't have a house, doing an electrification works in a home where there is no electricity connection. So that will be a very insights and a meaningful humanitarian activities that to be done. If the evaluation committee feels that your proposal is very good enough to improve your betterment of the society or humanity, they will be giving you the funding opportunities, and you have to do the activity and plan accordingly. Then you submit the report, and it will be published in the IEEE website if the event is going very good. Just you have to give this all informations with the team leads who have been working in this proposal. So these are events that can be accessible for any PS members, not only like, I don't know much anything about it, don't be shy. Just these all kind of email notifications will be received in your emails. As an IEEE member, first year I was seeing like, the day I got membership, the next day I'm getting a bunch of emails to my email. And I've never used to open any of those at that moment of my life. Then I understood that if you want to do to get to know about the different funding opportunities or different travel grants program, or what are IEEE being doing these years, and if we got an invitations, all these kinds of informations will be received at your email. If you are going through like travel grant programs, most of the students that I have went through last 2 previous year backly, when I got my travel grant for attending these programs. Everyone else used to ask me, we also like to do kind of an activity, but we don't know how to use it, or where do you get this information? How do you know that this travel grant has been opened? You have to apply for it. There is no kind of, and nobody is going to come into your door and knock at, say that these travel grant is open, you have to apply. No, nobody was going to say that. You have to do it by yourself. Just, it will be on your email. I'm very sure that you will be getting a notification that the IEEE IAS or Women in Power Leadership Summit is going to be held at these days, at these places, and you are eligible, or you can apply for a travel grant by clicking on this link. That is maybe the notification in the email, but we just swipe it. We didn't see that. That's not any of our seniors' problem, or any of our advisory board members' problem. So we have to dig into the technology, or we have to dig into the opportunities that which is at our door. We don't want to move it away. If you move it away, there won't be any kind of advancement for you as well in case of funding opportunities. Also, like coming to high performing student branch program activities, these funding opportunities will get up to 1,000 USD. It will be conducting on each and every year. So there's eligibility is very simple. Like means you have to be an active SBC. Active SBC means just to conduct so many events which are very good at humanitarian level, society level, beneficial for your student branch chapter. Students, encouraging your students to do different activities, come up with so many ideas, implement it to your college level, gain some support from others, and you have to report it. When it comes to reporting, then the criteria is very clean and clear. The IEEE PES, this is a global program, and it will be, the submission of reports will be from across the globe, not only from different sections or different regions, it will be globally. So the students who are in other chapters or other continents will be doing it very proper. So one of the main thing that what I used to see is that every student branch forgot to do is updating their website. So coming to the PES, the IEEE do need a website at your college level. It's IEEE PES do need a website. If I'll say that you have done this program, you have done the IEEE Day celebrations today, and you have another program tomorrow, kind of activities are going on. If you didn't do the proper reporting, that means you have to sit with the secretary of this student branch. Then you have to write a description of what we have discussed today and what will be done, and just that, please place that content on your website. According to in 2021, in association with the PSV celebration, we have done these activities, and anybody who looks at your website, they will be able to see that, oh God, NITC is doing these kind of events. That will be very good. So one of the criteria for applying for securing this award is that you're maintaining a functional website for the chapter. So you have to update all kind of activities there. Even it doesn't matter if it is very small, it is very big, or doesn't matter. You have to give a proper updations at your website and plan and host at least. Me myself have given for HPSBCP at my college level for previous year. The other previous year, I was being the secretary, of the chapter. I have a vice secretary as well. Me and her will be doing this all kind of awards and kind of stuff. All these awards which I have mentioned is received to my college, has been received. The HPSBCP, last year we went first, the previous year we went second globally. So we'll be doing kind of activities. If you have any kind of doubts in reporting or how to do this, please contact me, and I will be very helpful or very supportive to do these kind of activities. But in order to do these kind of activities, we should be doing very relevant events. So Yeah, I think you have been heard about Alexathon and other kind of hackathon, which will be very specifically for power and energy sector. If you have to, you can organize kind of an events, being an NITC and with a great number of membership count. You guys are always been the, and you have the right persons to guide you, have the right resources for conducting these kind of events. All you have to do is do proper planning and apply these kinds of awards and get access to all these kind of funding opportunities. Do this event, do the proper reporting at the end of the year. Please apply for these kinds of awards and get the awards, and you will be well renowned across the globe after receiving these kinds of events. And other student branch members across the globe will be contacting you for conducting programs in collaborations with theirs. So that's kind of a different level of approach when we used to get. So whenever we went, or if anybody from the last 2 years before, when a senior member from IEEE went for another conference, the other member or the region representative was telling that, oh, I know the Indian student branch where the people perform these kind of activities. That's kind of a very good reach for us. Knowing that the Indian students are very doing well in IEEE and they are very supportive, and they have asked us to give, a co-sponsoring or a co-activity with their student branch. These are very, very, very great opportunities, and I'm sure that all this can be accessible to each and every member. So coming to the IEEE PS communities, we have PS young professionals in our Kerala section as well, and they are conducting now numerous job fairs, conferences, seminars as well. Coming to conferences, we have different conferences across PES and in the Kerala section as well. Me personally feeling, in 2019, we gave a proposal to IEEE to conduct an international conference. People or the students or the other student members or the students who are non-IEEE members in my college have said to me that you guys are nuts. How can you host an international conference with lack of knowledge on how to do that? And this is not a student or no students can do this. Like we were like, but we were very brave team, and we was like, we can apply for it. In 2019, we applied for the conference with a proposal. In 2020, I guess 2020 mid, the IEEE have approved it. And the IEEE PS was, or we have applied for IEEE PS Club of 6 student-led conference, and the IEEE past president came to our college to visit, the how the students are performing. After that, we got the approval from IEEE IAS, and somehow we managed. It's not a very simple task to host an international conference with lack of knowledge, but we have done it because as a student, as a fourth year engineering student, we, with my colleagues, with support from the IEEE Kerala chapter and the IEEE senior members across the globe, we were able to do that in 2020 and this year as well. Last week, we were having the second edition of the IEEE International Power and Renewable Energy Conference, and it will be renewed for this year as well, for the next year as well. The students, the fourth year students will be doing it. Then the only advisory board can do is only just advise them. You have to do that, you have to do this. They have no access to any of the activities that the only access will be given to the general chairs, which are students. They will be doing the sorting out the papers, technical papers, assigning reviewers, and have to contact different people from around the globe for these kind of activities, giving tracks, assigning people for tracks, giving meta reviewers, assigning reviewers. It's all a very huge task, and this kind of activities is like, it's kind of a very different level of experience that we got. Speaking very frankly, when I got my interview at my company where I used to work, they will be asking during my interviews most of or it's having a 1 hour interview, and 30 minutes of my interview was about IEEE and how are you doing these kind of activities in your college, how do you gain support, then were you able to establish an IEEE connection in the company as well. So, during these days as well, my company people are very grateful or very supportive to me to do IEEE events, collaborating with technically well-educated people. They have suggested me to impose a research center in the company in association with IEEE, if that is possible. And then I've agreed upon it, and I'm proposing a proposal to the company members so that I can bring up a research center in my company in association with the other IEEE members in my company. So these kind of events are very, a different type of exposure that we get from our working society and student professional society. As Sobha ma'am said, if being an IEEE member is always will be very good for you in the future, in this as a student, as a professional, as a student professional, or a senior member, any kind. There won't, if you're active in IEEE, there will always be a door to you that open for you with great opportunities. And also we have Women in Power committee in our IEEE, where the women works for IEEE Power and giving advancement in networking, skill development, and they give us many mentorships. That we have different student women leaders in our Kerala section who works in IEEE PES. They can interact with all the peoples across the globe. We have a representative in Germany section who was an IEEE PES young professional at our country and our section here. He is now representing the German section. So these all are kind of a different level of approach when we get that I was an IEEE member for these years and I was holding this position at my Kerala section. They will be like, okay, then you will be an eligible member to lead our society as well in their country. These kind of exposure will be very good for you. And as a research fellow or an MTech student, these kind of activities will be like, a very great stepping stone towards your career as well. So, and also we have smart grid communities, IEEE smart villages for efficient power and remote internet access, etc. Then we have so many other different activities held in association with the IEEE PES. Zero Hunger Day was in 2019, and I was also a part of that event, which is very good, very grateful for all the communities across the globe. And we celebrate the IEEE PES Day in the month of April, celebrating the strength of achievements of IEEE PES families and the 5 pillars of this IEEE, with the caption of "More power to the future" has always been in a very relative form. And coming to IEEE PES Kerala chapter, we have the strength of, we have the largest memberships across the globe, and we have different student members, professional members, we have YP members, life senior members, etc., with a great number of membership count, and we'll be doing very good activities at the section level or at the section level. So students, when it comes to how the PES Kerala chapter supports the SBCs, there are, to be very frank and detailed, there are people coming to us or coming to each and every student branch coming saying that there is no need of a PES Kerala chapter. So why they have not given any opportunities for our student branch to host an event or something like that. The PES Kerala chapter used to have different activities in the section level where they give us the opportunity to propose an idea. They will be sanctioning their ideas, giving supports for the events, and also providing a platform. So, as I earlier mentioned, if you don't have the right resource for doing an event, please contact the IEEE PES Kerala chapter representatives, including myself. Then I will be giving it a great, I don't have a representative to give or a class on Python. in my college. So do you have any representatives or a resource or an expertise in this idea? So I can suggest some names right now, or like if you have an idea like that and you don't have the right resource for it, we will be open to you and we will be suggesting some names to you. You can contact them. We will be giving technical assistance for you, or and also providing real resources for you conducting events. Then we will be guiding you to increase your memberships, giving orientation classes as well, ensuring that PS governing bodies will be known about your activities by publishing the events in your college at the PS Kerala chapter websites. Kind of first steps will be given to you, and the governing bodies of IEEE will be observing these kind of activities that are happening in the Kerala section, or in the Indian Council, or in the region level. Things will be very like seen in the governing bodies part, and they will be like a very that's the reason that we are being a very good community across the globe, considering of other old SBCs or SB chapters. Student branch Kerala chapter will, or the PS Kerala chapter is one of the most vibrant across the globe, and it is not, it's because of all the events that we are conducting in the student branch level in association with the PS Kerala chapter or the PS of IP Kerala chapters, where we can get these ideas in the websites, posting these kind of notifications in the website of student branches, then to the student Kerala chapters, and the PS websites. So recently, when I was when I went for the travel grant, the IEEE PES annual report of that year was started with my picture on their uh, reporting paper. Then so many people across the globe who was in the IEEE governing bodies, they have connections with people who is now IEEE IAS governing bodies, who are serving as the secretary or the lead for some events or some sections of IEEE, and they will be sending. They have sent me the photographs of the IEEE annual report, saying that it is presented in the IEEE national board meeting, and your picture was the one who popped up in the screen at the first. That's kind of a very honoring moment when we see our events at the colleges, or our photographs where we have explored in the IEEE have came into their attention and giving us you know a heads up that we have seen these kinds of activities in your college, which are very good. How about we do this in our college or our section? Kind of a talk will be very grateful for everybody. So, what I say is that even if it is small event, please do events regularly at your college. Increase the amount of memberships, not about memberships, increase the amount of active members in your college. Propose some ideas, and interact with the IEEE PS Kerala chapter representatives, conduct more events, collaborative events with the IEEE PS Kerala chapter or IEEE Kerala section, and get in touch with all the um, uh, authority members. They will guide you to do bigger programs, or even if it is an international conference. Or I'll say that frankly, NITC is very fruitful to do an international conference. If they have any concerns on how to do it, how can I get these kinds of co-sponsorship from these kind of societies, please contact me as well. I can guide you on that. So coming to Kerala section activities, we have AKPSSC, that's All Kerala PS Student Colloquium, which is happening every year. Then during the pandemic, so it will be hosting us on a virtual event. We have IEEE PS Day quiz programs, and one of the greatest event that came up last year was in the year of 2019 is Triac, one of the very big event of IEEE has collaborated with so many other technical societies of Kerala chapter, and which has it was happening at on October 1st and 2nd of this month, and there was a huge number of activities, different kinds of webinars and technical activities, including there was a hackathon event, or what we say or there was a competition with, I don't know if anybody of your college have joined that program, where we have giving a prototype for an automated wheelchair, where it will be, it is a competition where you have to design the prototype for automated a wheelchair for disabled persons, and we will be sharing, the final products will be delivered to the nearby society or the nearby hospitals where they need these kinds of activities. There will be a evaluating board for it, and there will be grand prize for it. So I guess it was circulated to every student branches, including yours, and I hope there will be participations from your college as well in these kinds of activities, grabbing the opportunities and successfully completing these kinds of events evaluate your career growth as well as a student. It will help you to increase your technical knowledge as well. Not being as a or a MTech member or a student or a student member or a research scholar, everybody can participate these kinds of events where it will be grateful for your future, increasing your technical knowledge, even if it isn't very small, or if it doesn't mean you have to win this kind of competitions, but participation is the best for anybody to gain these kinds of knowledge, right? So we have, these are some of the main kind of events that we are conducting at the PS Kerala chapter levels. Then you have to join the PS family. You have to log into this kind of the platform and subscribe for IEEE PS memberships, go to cards, buy the orders, and these are the membership fee for IEEE. For the first year, it is free for every members, and for the coming prospective years, it will be charged. And that's all about the PS membership dues, and that's all. Thank you. Please, I will be stopping this screen sharing. Okay, stop that. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And if you have any questions regarding any of this, please let me know. If you have any questions or anything, any points that is not cleared. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat box, or please unmute yourself and speak up. That's not an issue, of course. Yeah. Over to you, ma'am.
We have a query, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
How to collaborate with other college SBCs?
Okay, yeah. Once you are, I'll just give you a simple example. You know, I'm a representative of my student chapter in these days as well. I have the advisory mode membership in my college. If you have an event and you don't have to do it, please just give me a WhatsApp message. I have these kind of ideas. Then do you mind us collaborating your college with ours and doing this event properly? It is simple as this. Just ask the representative or find the what we say, the chair for the student branch, then collect their numbers from the section. The PS Kerala chapter representatives has the data of all the chapter chairs, student branch chapter chairs details. Collect their details and contact them and propose your idea, and just look up their thoughts. If they are willing to do these activities in a collaborative mode, you can do these events with collaboration with other chapters as well. So if you have any ideas or collaborative events with College of Engineering, you can directly approach me. No issue, of course. So just collect the details from the section chairs, and you can call them directly and propose your ideas, and just get an approval if they are willing to support you, and if you are willing to support them as well, technically or non-technically, then you can host the event. That's simple as it. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah, always, Mansu, you have any question? Please unmute yourself and can freely ask, ma'am. Hello, always.
So he's on mute, I guess. If you have any questions, please you can put it in the chat box as well. Okay, yeah, please ask me any questions. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Have any question from your part? Hello, Akash.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Excuse me, ma'am.
your audio or
Is IEEE membership
yeah, please
is
go on.
IEEE membership only for and undergraduate students?
No, not at
I'm
all.
from
Yeah.
MTech. Can I also become member of IEEE?
Yeah, your voice is breaking. I guess your question was is IEEE membership only for undergraduate students, right? For me, being an IEEE member for from 2016, at the moment I was an undergraduate student. Now I'm a graduate student. I'm a young professional right now. So at the moment, you at the fourth year of my college career, I will get an email with that your student membership will be finished from this year and you will be elevated to a young professional. That means I just passed out from my college and I'm a working professional right now. So elevations will be automatic and you will be uh, raised to your young professional degree. And you have then you will be going for a professional member. Then you will be an IEEE member. Then according to after 20 years, you will be like a senior member, then you will be elevated to live senior members. Live senior members have to a different level of like approaches or different access to all the memberships. They won't be paying for the IEEE membership amount if you become a live senior members. And we have in our Kerala section as well, we have so many live senior members. So we can continue this membership if you are not only from your undergraduate degree, from then you can go to graduations. If you're doing a PhD as well, you can continue your IEEE membership. Being a professional myself, I'm an IEEE member, and as well as an IEEE PS member, IAS member, yes, and so on. And I'm continuing my membership throughout this year. I mean, until I am, finished with my dreams or you can continue your membership without any break. So you can take your membership at any moment of your life as well. It doesn't mean that you have once in 2016, 15, and 20 you have taken your membership and you have stopped it. Then after 2 or 3 couple of years, you think that being an IEEE member was some kind of giving me an advantage. Why don't I retake my membership? You can just go to IEEE and take the membership. Go to the website and you can take the membership. Yeah, it is as simple as it is. No any constraint will be there. You can continue your membership according to your choice. There will be elevation from student members to young professionals, then professional members, then senior members, live senior members as well. Yeah, that's the way you continue your membership growth. Yeah. I guess that is your question. If not, please put in your chat box as well.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, very. Thank you for the question as well.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
what is like member-driven initiative? Is it we can do it like in the initial step? I am a BTech means MTech student first year,
yeah.
and
Okay.
is member-driven initiative? Is it possible for us in this stage to do or something? What is that?
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, it is possible. Yeah. You have to, I'll say that the membership driven initiative programs has been one of the major activities of IEEE and most of they will be giving a certain amount limit. You can apply for the funding. I guess it was at the month of April. They will open for a proposal. You can download the documents from the website, and you have to put up all the ideas together and evaluate with your fellow members and come up with the ideas. Give the ideas properly in the document. Then the cost estimation, the split up for the cost kind of a thing will be given in the sheet. You have to fill up all these kind of details. What you have to give the relevant details, not only what we frankly say that you have don't create some kind of ideas or which is not applicable at the moment of at your society or your place. Please give relevant informations to that, and once you fill up the informations and you submit the proposal, the committee members will be evaluating that. If they found that this event or your idea is feasible to do in your place or it is beneficial for the society, and if you are very lucky to get that, you will be receiving the funding opportunities. And after the once you've received it, you have to do the event, give the reporting to the now they need the proof that you have done the activity, right? So you have to give the reportings with the images uploaded to the committee members, and once they have evaluated, you will be getting the amount as well. So yeah, it is free, I guess. Yeah, once before doing the event, you will get the amount in your hands, and you have to submit the proposal as well. Yeah, that's all good. You can any student member can directly download the proposal at the moment it is opened and propose your ideas and submit as well. Yeah, there won't be any criteria for that. Only you have to become a IEEE PES member. Yeah,
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
yeah,
Ma'am, after taking the subscription from the IEEE PS, is it compulsory after becoming a member? Like it is kind of any date like we have to subscribe it again and again like that. Take the
yeah.
subscription continuously.
Yeah, it is yearly based. So once you have renewed your or once you have taken a membership on the year 2016 or 2017, and you have to renew your membership by paying the fee at 2017. Yes, once you've taken your account in 2016, you have to pay. Yeah.
Is there like not kind of anything if I publish anything or help them anything, it will become like a permanent member?
No, yeah, once you've become a life senior member, you don't need to have given the money for that. But once you have, we will be giving more and more opportunities in IEEE. You know, it's not like giving the amount simply, or if you came up with so many ideas to your company or your student branch, and you're doing so many kinds of events, you will be awarded for kind of activities which develop your career growth and so on activities, and you will be like elevated for receiving a travel grants, supports, or even IEEE members. If you have pursuing maybe an tech or a PhD scholar, then it is compulsory that you have to present a paper at any of the conferences to receive the PhD once at the end of the year. So, of kind of activities where you have to do in a conference, and once you are a PS member, there will be discounts to for you to for the travel or the membership or the what we say the conference attendee fee. There will be the reduction for you guys. The kind of benefits will be very grateful for you. Yeah, I guess so. It is an yearly based membership. You have to renew your membership at every year when once you come to continue on your membership. Yeah.
Also, one thing is the seniority based, like seniority hierarchy based on the timely based, or like it kind of if you what kind of work you are promoting.
Yeah, it is according to the membership continuation, I guess. Yeah. Once you have completed, once you are signing up for the IEEE membership, there will be an option saying that what you are pursuing right now. If you are a industrial member, like you're working at that moment, you will be a professional member. Like if you're a student, you will be a student member. So you have to give those kind of details while registering, so they can understand that
Kind
you're
of
a student
updation.
or
It needs kind of updation. What kind of
yeah,
status I am presently doing.
pursuing right now. So it will be elevated like that.
Okay.
Then once you have become or continuing a membership with certain years of experience, you will be elevated to senior members, then live senior members. That's an automation automatic process while with the represented your a number of years in experience in IEEE. Yeah, I guess that's the answer for your question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, please go on.
Yes, ma'am. I was an IEEE
Okay,
member.
got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, please continue.
Yes, ma'am. I was an IEEE member during my college days,
Yeah,
during BTech.
yeah,
Now,
okay.
after I got a degree,
Yes.
I just got disconnected from the IEEE activities.
Okay,
Now,
yeah.
how can I reconnect, or how can I reactivate my IEEE membership card? Because should I have to register newly, or I am from the other than the Kerala state. So, what
Yeah.
is the scope of me?
So you can re-register, I think, as a new member of IEEE. So once you discontinue your membership in as a whole membership, or it is not a society membership, right? You have discontinued your complete society IEEE membership in a year, and you have now if you have wanted to join the IEEE community, then it will be a new membership, I guess. Yeah, you can join as a new member to IEEE. So I just go to the website. You can purchase the membership, add your society, what all society you wanted to be in a member, and just walk out through the payment procedures and kind of stuff. That's the way you can reactivate your membership in IEEE.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So any more questions from anybody? Yeah, just feel free to ask any questions. It doesn't matter if it is valid or invalid or relevant or no, don't feel any shyness to ask. You know, I was also a shy person during my college degree. IEEE and other platforms were the place where I stood up in a stage, come up with some ideas, stand in a presentational room with many people. So these kinds of platforms are beneficial for you guys as well. So if you have any questions, please come up or speak up. Yeah.
Ma'am, like
Yeah.
what will be the publication of IEEE that condense it? Usually it should be end with like a product. Finally, we are explaining about we have technically kind of invented a product and then we have to publish that, or it should be an idea. What it should be there in publication of IEEE.
So you mean the awarding? I mean, I'm not sure about your question, but well, coming to the publications or reporting in IEEE, it is as simple. You have to report the event kind of stuff, and when it comes to or a funding opportunity, so you have to give a brief idea of what is your idea. This is kind of my idea. Like I'll just explain one of my experience in giving on getting a proposal done. So at my college level, when I was in third year of my BTech degree, so I have came up with an idea called Women in Power Summit. That was my idea for the PES MDI proposal. The clear idea of that program was to populate or employ more women to the power sector. So women are very, we would say that women won't do kind of activities when it comes to power related or experience level. Boys will be more into an electrical place where they came to do some sort of electrification work or kind of girls doing welding will be like it's a kind of a different perspective for a Kerala people or an Indian people. Boys are usually boys. We have a set of rules for boys and we have a set of rules for girls in our community where we live. So to break that, I have proposed these kind of activities where the women or the student members who are girls came up with doing some kind of a technical activity where they came up where they have to build something or doing the welding of the product or doing some solar integrations kind of activities will be very good. So I propose my idea, and within that when we do kind of activities, there will be budget, or there will be expenditure to be met. You have to clearly say that where you have the expenditure, how the expense you wanted to meet. So give all these kind of activities, they will evaluate it, and once they have looked into it and see if it is valid, obviously they will provide you the uh, funding. And when it comes to a prototype, or I'll say you have done something called a 3D printer. Your proposal was an automatic or robotic 3D printer where you have to give the set of rules and they will print your thing as a 3D. So once the event is complete, you have to send them the report of your project, and you have to say the final output was these kind of teams were able to make up, or the result was like to give the output as a new 3D printer program where it was established by the student members, and it was like this and so on. So it was a successful event kind of activities. You don't need to give a video of doing these kind of activities. Just propose as many pictures as evidences for these events. These students doing that. These doing some students doing welding, or some students doing the integration of the robotic parts of what we say, the 3D printer, and the final image where the given input is getting us an output into 3D printer. So they will be analyzing all these kind of images, and they will be giving all the aspects. And when it comes to publications, the publication, the term gives us so many different ideas. You can also, if you have an idea, or if you're doing projects in your BTech or MTech times, I'll just explain my experience. I was the publication chair for the conference last year, and I see so many publications from or the technical paper from students. That means who are of same age of mine, proposing the ideas. Also, students from my college have proposed the technical paper. You can also submit the paper. The review will be very, you know, as a technical paper conference, the review is or the evaluation will be very tough. There should be, that's kind of very good experience. You have to put up your technical paper into a very good one, and submit it to any conference. They will do the review processes, and if you're eligible, you will be notified as well. Yeah, if that is what you meant by publications. Yeah, that is. And after the event, or okay, yeah, if you got the answer, please let me know. Okay, yeah.
Do we have time to answer a few more queries?
Yeah, of course.
Is it okay for
Yeah,
you?
it is very good. I am very grateful as well.
Okay. Do we have any more queries from the audience? Please feel free to ask, ma'am.
Ma'am, one more thing. Sorry to interrupt you again. Like,
it's
is it any
okay.
time? Is it any time bounded? These
Sorry.
activities should be time bounded. Is it like that, or we need to finish?
Yeah.
If one activity we have
Okay,
started, is it?
So for the funding opportunities, for the member-driven initiative specifically, they will open the portal, or they will announce the proposal type. There will be like April 1st to April 30 will be the time period where you have to submit your proposal. After the April 30, it will be closed. The portal won't be available for the submitting your proposal. So these kind of informations will be available at the official website of PS, or any student branch, or any society chapters. So there will be a time bound for each and every program. So when it comes to high performing student branch award in IEEE PES, it will be in the month of December, I guess. Yeah. So you have to upload your the whole year program as a document in your So you have to prepare so many PPTs for it, so many documents for it, which was the collection of events you are doing from the month of January to December. You have to get all the informations collected very properly in it, and you have to submit at the end of the deadline. So the deadline will be like in the month of January, I guess. So you have to submit before the deadline. Yeah, there will be a time bound for each and everything. So in case of conferences as well, there will be a date for acceptance, then for a review, all this stuff. So there will be a time for every activities or every funding opportunities that you're applying. So yeah, do as many as programs that you can, and at the moment when these kind of funding opportunities are, or the portal is open for submission of proposal, just go and apply for it. That's all. So you should have enough events with you to submit for this kind of funding opportunities. If you don't have enough ideas or enough activities at your college, then applying it won't be any grateful or helpful for you. Yeah. So what I am saying, suggesting that please do activities, even it is very small. And you can have a daily or a weekly tech talk kind of activities, or a spectrum talk in your college, where someone came up with look into the spectrum and give some ideas, spreading the knowledge to other students. Also, you can report it as an event and publish it in your website that we have doing. You know, at this day we have done this event, and Miss Sherin was the host for the event, and she was informed, and our counselor was part of this event. Kind of these number of students were participants in this event. Just put the content on your website so that everybody can see. And the next week you can propose a quiz program related to the previously talked section. So you can give some ideas or the level of listening for the other students as well. Then it is you can go to your nearby. Most of the events in my college was related to students. So students, and why I'm saying students, it does mean that the BTech students. It was for elementary students or high school students. Yeah, I was in a at Karnagapalli. We're surrounded by different schools, like 5 or 6 schools around my college, and there are students who are very good at learning things. So once there are students who approach us, just wait at my college entrance, and they will meet up. We want to do some. Can you please explain me how it is done? How to install this program, or how to just like simple queries like, I have my lap with me but it is not opening, I don't know what to do, or I don't have anybody to advise me, can you please look into it, kind of activities. Kind of that will be the starting of any of this type of technical learning for students. So the that kind of activities was reported at my college, and the nearby schools were interested in giving sessions. So at every week, some IEEE representatives from my college used to go to the schools and take a 1 hour session for the students with just how to install things, how to do how to install a programming language, introduction to small, very basic programming, or how to deal with the microcontrollers or the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, kind of activities can be done as a humanitarian activities for you guys as well. Yeah. So doing kind of small events will also be a very grateful for applying for these kind of activities, and reporting it will be very good. So being an NITC, you are free to do kind of activities which will be very good for the humanity as well, I guess. So me being in a government college, sorry. See, in my college, everyone was very interested in helping each other or helping the students to gain more knowledge at a school level or at the college level, of doing expos in my area. IEEE Student Branch College of Engineering will be doing an expo in Nagapalli city kind of activities. They were very promoting. That was one of the reasons that we got so many awards and which what we say gain more powerful doing these kind of activities and inspiration. I guess once we have received, once we got a kickoff from anybody in my college or from a student or from a gang, we say I'll say that I was the secretary. I have a chair. I have PS chair representative of my college. Everybody was interested with same goal to do more activities that bring up the students level or the society levels to a giving more achievements or spreading knowledge. That was the reason that we were able to do collective thoughts in the same thing and do these kind of activities. We have never been lazy. That is one of the reasons. So if you find a very good activity or if you find a very good team within your college, you can, it doesn't matter which branch or which uh, uh, department you study, you can just come up with everybody together with the same goal of empowering people, then come up with some ideas, do that, evaluate, do some ideas. These kind of events are like not expensive. Taking a session at a school or giving a presentation at your college for your uh, colleagues or junior students, these kind of activities are not expensive, right? So start from these kind of activities and do expensive activities further once you have received these kind of funding opportunities. Yeah, do these kind of activities, then you will be like getting an energy to do further as well. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
I hope that we have no more queries.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
so
very sorry that I'm a bit chatty when it comes to the question. I'm taking a bit long time, I guess.
okay, ma'am.
You can continue. Yeah. Okay.
So thank you, ma'am, for all the details shared and so informative presentation. I'm sure your words have motivated many to be an active part of IEEE. So finally, may I invite Mr. Rahul S., Research Scholar NITC and Secretary IEEE PES SBC NITC to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Rahul.
Yeah, Anjana, thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, Rahul, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay, on behalf of IEEE Power and Energy Society, Student Branch Chapter NITC, it's my official duty to express sincere thanks to our speaker, Ms. Cherian, who, in spite of his busy schedule and time, and spend his valuable time for us by accepting our invitation to handle this session. Uh, Actually, it's a very charming session and very inspirational session. I don't know how to say that words. It's really inspirational, and the students will maybe it's quite that they will be definitely encouraged to for the active participation in our IEEE, and we need of that. And thanks a lot, Sherin.
Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, you can share my number with the
Yeah,
chair or secretary of your.
sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure,
Then
sure,
you
sure.
can.
And we will need much cooperation from future itself, Sherin.
Yeah, I'm always be ready for guiding for
Okay.
any doubts or concerns. I have a bunch of representatives of my colleagues and my friends who are very good at IEEE programs and technical activities, which they are conducting much events in, I guess, in Kerala section as well.
Okay.
So there will be always people who can help you. So just reach out to me for any concerns or queries, and I will be giving you an idea of what to be
Sure,
done. Yeah.
sure. And next one, it's my privilege to say that our thank you, Ms. Ma'am, Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chair, PS Kerala, and thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us by sharing your knowledge and experience and sharing the IEEE histories to our young students, young professionals, and also. And I know ma'am past 10 years. Whenever I get some obstruction in my career itself, I may talk to ma'am. So maybe his decision to suggest Sherin, and it's so valuable to us today. Thank you, ma'am. And next, I will thank our advisor, Dr. Ashok S., Councillor, Dr. Kumaravel sir, for providing us constant support in organizing this event. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants for your cooperation and support for making this event successful. Once again, thank all of you. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you, Sherin. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Sobha ma'am, for suggesting me for and giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Rahul, for conducting me. And it was a very nice session and a very good audience. Thank you. And keep up.
Thank you, Sherin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before we wind up, we would like to share the poster of tomorrow's presentation. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., we are having a talk on Delve into IEEE Power and Energy Society by Dr. Edwina, IEEE PES past Vice President. So this program is sponsored by IEEE PES SBC NITC in association with Industrial Power Electronics Group NITC and IEEE PES YP Kerala, also IEEE PES Kerala chapter. So,
we need all our presence for the next day tomorrow events. I think it will be so valuable like this. Thank you.
okay. So with this, we come to the end of tonight's program. On behalf of IEEE PES SBC and ITC, once again I thank all for joining us today. Wish you all a very safe and healthy stay wherever you are and a very good night. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah.